Hello everyone, welcome to this particular video on Autodesk Inventor. In this particular video, we will be taking a look at how to do drawing in Autodesk Inventor. In the past videos, we have taken a look at how to create our model and how to assemble them. In this particular video, we'll be looking at how to put our parts in on a drawing sheet. Let's get started. In the previous video, I have told you that we have four different environments in Autodesk Inventor. We have the part environment, the assembly environment, drawing environment, and presentation environment. Now we are going to be working with drawing environment. So I'm going to choose drawing here. Doing that has opened a blank drawing sheet for me. Now you can see that we have our borderline on the drawing sheet. Then we have our title block. So what we are going to be doing now is to bring in our parts. So to do that, I'll go to base. Clicking on base opens a box where I'm going to choose the part I want to bring in. So there is an icon here. Select the icon. Then that takes me to locate the particular folder where I have all my parts and assembly. If you can recall in our previous video, we have said that all your parts and assembly should be in a particular folder. And we have named the folder crack assembly. So on my crack assembly folder, I can locate the particular parts that I want to bring in. Let me bring in cornrow cut. Open. Now under style, there are three options. We have hidden line removed, and we have shaded. You can use any of these options depending on what you want. So I'm going to be using hidden line. Later on, we are going to look at the difference between hidden line and hidden line removed, then also shaded. So I've chosen hidden line. Then I'll click on raster view. For label, I want to label this as front. Then I'll click on this button to toggle label visibility. Then next, you can select your desired scale. So if I choose scale 2:1, it's bigger. I prefer to stay with 1:1. So because I want to create orthographic drawing, so I'll select the top of my drawing sheet and the side of my drawing sheet, and also at this angle to create my drawings in other views. So once I'm done, I'll click OK. Okay. So you can adjust the position of the views by dragging to reposition. You can drag to reposition the views. This particular view is an isometric view, so I would like it to be shaded. So to do that, I will double click on it and switch it to shaded. So now shaded works in combination with any of these two. So now I'm using hidden line removed and shaded. Okay. So now you can see what we have. So these are my three orthographic views. Okay. So going forward, I'm going to use the same procedure to bring in two other parts. So I'll go to base, open existing file to select the other parts. So this other part I want to open is the conrod. I'll click on open. I'll click on open. Now I want it also to be in hidden line, then raster view. So the view here is also front. I'll select toggle label view. Then the scale, I'm also using scale 1:1, the same scale. So now once I have that, I can click at the top and the side, then also at an angle, at this angle. Then once I'm done, I'll click OK. Now I'm going to change this to a 3D view. So I'll double click on it and toggle in shaded. Okay. So you can reposition it. So I'll drag to reposition. I'll drag to reposition, put it on a choice location. All right, now I have that. So for the third part, I'll do a similar procedure. So for my third part, I want to use piston head. Okay, piston head, select, then shaded. This is also the front of the piston head. Raster view. select this using the same scale, 1:1. If you want a different scale, a smaller, a bigger scale, you can choose any scale that fits what you want. Then before I click OK, I would drop a copy at the top, at the side, then at an angle, then I'll click OK. So I'm going to change this to a 3D view. So double click on it and choose shaded. All right. So now you might want to reposition this. You might want to reposition this so that we don't have cluster. So I'm going to drag to reposition, make sure they are well positioned. Make sure they are well positioned, that the space is well managed. All right. So let me drag this a little bit down. Drag this a little bit down. Then drag this. All right. Okay. Am I okay with this? Okay. Let me manage my space better. Let me manage my space better. Okay. So you can reposition your views. You can reposition them so that the space is well managed, because we'll be adding text and dimensions later on. Okay, all right. I think I'm good with this. I'm good with this. So now we have been able to place three parts on this particular drawing sheet. Now, if you look at what we have presently, you will recall that we chose hidden line. We chose hidden line visible when we are placing our orthographic views. In case you are not okay with this and you want to make it not hidden line, you can always make your edit by double clicking and change your selection from hidden line to hidden line removed. So now when I change from hidden line removed, now we can see the difference. You can see that the hidden lines are gone. So in case you prefer it this way, you can always choose hidden line removed. So now let me do the same thing here. So just to see how hidden line removes looks like. So double click to make changes. So I'm going to choose hidden line removed now this time. Now you can see the hidden lines are gone. Okay, let me do the same thing here. So your choice of using either hidden line or hidden line remove depends on you, depend on what you want. So I think I'm gonna leave it as hidden line removed. I'm gonna leave it as hidden line removed. All right. Now there are other options that you can add to your drawing. Now you can decide to show section view. With your section view, you can show some hidden details of the drawing. So if I click on section, select the particular view in which you want to section. In my case, I want to use this particular view, so I'm going to select the view. Select the view, then you are going to draw the section line. So the section line is like a cutting plane. So draw a straight line. It doesn't have to necessarily be a straight line. It can go in different direction anyway. So draw a line, right click, continue. Then you can decide on which direction you want to place it. So let me place it to the right here. So I place it. Now it's giving me a section of the drawing. A section of the drawing is showing me if there's a cutting plane in this plane AA. So to showing me some views of the drawing if the part is cut in this plane AA. So you can decide to create section view of your drawing. Now what we're going to be doing next is to add dimensions to our drawing. So to add dimension, you go to annotate, click on dimension, then select the 2 points you want to dimension. So if I select these 2 points, I can place in my dimension. I can place in my dimension. So select another 2 points. I can place in my dimension. So now you would observe that we have our unit in inches. So sometimes you don't want your unit. So now you will observe that we have our unit in inches. So if you want your unit in a different dimension, you can change the dimension. You can also change the size of the text. You can also change the size of the text. To do that, you go to manage, style editor. Then at the top here, you go to standard, default standard, and change from initially it's going to be in inches So you change from inches to millimeter or to any other unit of your choice. From inches, you change to any other unit of your choice, millimeter. Then you go down to dimension, default and C. Change this from inches also to millimeter. Then you can come to display and change the color of your dimension line. The color of your dimension line, I want to use a deep blue color. I chose a deep blue color as the color of my dimension line. Then also I will come down here to text, note text. Let me save my previous changes. Note text. Then my text height, I want to change it from 3 to 5 or probably 6. I want it to be very visible, 6 millimeters. Then my text color, I want it to have a little bit of light blue. So once I'm done, I'll save changes. Now you would observe that the text is now blue and it's more visible All right, so now with this well done, I can bring in all that dimension. So I'll go back to my annotate dimension and bring in all that dimension depending on what I need. So I can easily bring in and dimension all the parts, I can dimension all the parts of my drawing now that I have the right setting. So from center to center, I can have the dimension. Um, pick the end points, and your dimension will be placed. You have your dimension available once you pick in the line that you want to dimension. Okay. Okay, now I've been able to bring out my dimensions. I've been able to bring out my dimensions successfully, and that looks good. So the next thing I would like to do is add my text. Add my text. So to add text, I will just click on under annotate. You can see text. I'll click on text. Then I'll be able to label my three different parts. So let me start from here. So click on where you want it to start. Then this is my connecting rod. Connecting rod. Okay, I want it to have a red color. So I'll change the color. Okay, now the size of the text is small, so I'll double click it to edit it, select it and make it bigger. So let me make it 12. Okay, all right, I think I'm okay with 12. Then you can reposition it. So I'll do the same for others. So I'll change it to 12. 12, then piston, piston head, select red. Okay, you can reposition. Piston rod up. So red. Okay, piston rod cap. So okay, Okay, so now I've been able to label my parts, my three different parts. So in case you want to reposition this, as you can see, the connecting rod cap label is not fitting very well. So I can just select the section and reposition. I can always reposition. The dimension moves along with it. The dimension moves along with it. So I'm trying to put this, fit this uh, into this location. So I want this to be on the same line. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm able to drag the view to reposition them so that it doesn't look too muddled up together. Okay. So now I've been able to create drawing sheets of three different parts. Okay, now the next thing you want to do is to export this particular drawing sheet to PDF. So to export to either PDF or picture formats, so all you need to do is go to File. So click on the arrow under Export. You will see image, you will see PDF. So you can also export to other drawing formats. So now I'll be converting this drawing sheet to PDF. So I'll click on PDF. So it will ask you to save in a location on your system. So I'll be saving inside the same folder, crack assembly, and I'll call this drawing one. I'll just name it drawing one, and I'll save. So once you do that, the PDF of this drawing sheet will be saved in the location that you specified. So I'll go and check, I'll go and confirm that. So now when I go to my system, I go to the same folder, crack assembly, drawing one. Then you can open up the drawing so you can see what I've done. The labeling is coming out nice, the dimension, the text, and the drawing is coming out now. So now I have the drawing in PDF format. So I hope you have learned one or two things trying to do this. So you have learned how to bring in the parts, how to make it in orthographic view, how to add your dimension, do your setting for your dimension, and also add your text. So in the next video, we'll be looking at how to work on your drawing sheet title block to put in the right information on the title block of your drawing sheet.